Let's see. First off, thank anybody that worked the tournament. I know some of our guys did, but we had some people that support the program that came and put time in that day. So appreciate what they did because I mean tournaments don't run without people that support and help it. So want to thank those people. I thought it was a pretty good tournament. There's a lot of Division I guys. Overall, the performance as a group wasn't, was I kind of said I'm inspired after, and it's how I still feel now. But um, I guess you get some, and so got to figure out how to make sure that happens every time. I had one champ in Bryce Steyer, had a couple other guys in the finals. Had some guys come back and get third, which I think is really important. Carter Isley, Hayden Moore. There's a match, and you can put your head down, but those guys didn't do that. It was great having Rudy back at his weight. He's still not anywhere near in competing, and kind of seeing him being able to string things together, but just got to keep things disciplined now and be able to control certain things better, but then being able to compete at a higher level because he's more disciplined. And I just look forward to that. I thought Patton did a really good job, even though, he wrestled Start in the finals, which can be, it's a little bit awkward sometimes. He finished some shots really well. He did some things. You can kind of see the confidence coming, and that's, a big thing with a lot of our guys is just the confidence and belief in themselves that, they are one of the better guys. Logan Ryan, I got to make sure, because he won the sauce this week, so we kind of got a thing weekly or every competition, a guy that really stands out and does something really well. And he was hurting the whole tournament. I don't know if you guys watched him at all, but I mean, I could see after the first couple matches, his back was bothering him a lot, but he battled through it, wanted to continue to wrestle, made the finals. Actually hit an absolutely incredible shot in the finals, but just used a little bit apprehensive to get underneath the guy with him and get him back out there competing like he's 100% capable of. But man, you got to love that kind of fight and grit. And even me as a coach, I gave him a way out too. I'm like, you know what, you've done a good job today. We can call it a wrap. But he's like, no, I'm not doing that. So you love a guy that wants to go out and compete like that for his team. And I can go in a lot more guys, but overall, we got finals this week. We got the guys focused on their studies right now. We'll get back together on Friday. I guess just looking forward to finishing this first part of the season well. With that North Carolina duel. So I guess any questions? Well, right now, Logan's he's not eligible. So until he gets eligible, obviously that kind of, Peyton's the guy. We'll send both guys to the scuffle and kind of see through competition. If we have to wrestle them off, we'll wrestle them off. You'd rather have them be able to do that within competition. I mean, I think all of us would rather have that because you've been around tryouts enough. It's an awkward thing, I mean, your teammate well, and you're wrestling another guy, and it's kind of it's quiet, and it just you'd rather have them be able to decide it in competition. They both got beat by the same guy, but I think they both are competing very well. They're making each other better, and that's what I like seeing. It's not like I'm against you and I'm against you. Man, they're trying to make each other better, and they are making each other better, and that's a good thing when you have guys elevating each other up. Not letting the ego get in the way. I know both guys want to be the guy, but they're not losing sight that, hey, this is about a team and this is about making the guy beside me better, and both those guys are doing that. So I'm proud of how they're going about things right now, because I've been around some things where in some situations like that where it's not like that, where it gets to be very cutthroat and I'm all about me and I don't care about that guy, and this guy's trying to take something away from me instead of trying to make each other better. And I feel like our team's doing a good job of doing that and keeping that in sight. Even if they are, at the same weight. I think that's a really important thing. It's a part of our team that it's important to me that we go about things that way, and those guys are doing it. So I don't know. I didn't answer your question. Hopefully, we'll get them both to the scuffle, and we'll see from there. I don't know. That's a good question. I have to ask them. We had a guy from Oregon State too. They came from all over the place. I guess Cedar Falls, man's a destination. But Midwest, he probably gets to see a lot of the same guys though. You stay on those East Coast tournaments, but being able to get some Midwest kids, and that kid's tough. I mean, he wrestled a good tournament. I don't know what was the other question. My bad. He could be by Monday. Just depends on when his final classes get in those final grades. I mean, he could be just he's got to get those final grades because right now he's got to whatever didn't transfer over. He wasn't on progression, so he gets his classes. He finishes those. He gets his grades in. He'll be on progression. It just depends on when they get those in. But he'll 100% be going with us to the scuffle and have UNI uniform on. I think it's important to follow through on commitments. It's important to follow through on being a teammate that you can be reliable. That you can be out there. Um, those things are they're critical. I mean, he's he's a really good wrestler, but you know what I mean. The thing is, Wagner's been there. Wagner's been there from day one, so he's got to earn some things back, and he knows that. Um, do I like how he competes? I mean, he's really fun to watch. He's able to string things together. He wrestles through positions really well. But where he's at right now is, I don't believe, anywhere near where he can be. Not taking anything away from Simmons, but um, I know what Rudy's capable of, and other things have gotten in the way, I think, of him being able to wrestle like that. And so now we got to make sure that we got those things under control, and he keeps them under control, and that he's learned a lesson from it. And now we just move full steam ahead. So um, I don't know. It's good to have him back there because I like how he competes, man. I think everybody does. Yeah. Oh, definitely. And here's the thing: is we got to see if he's making adjustments. I mean, the guy beat him up in the hand fight. He's able to collar tie the death out of him. So, are we able to beat that? Are we able to make an adjustment? Um, that's kind of what I want to see. In I think he was putting some undue pressure on himself. I think he was stacking some things on top of him that doesn't need to be there. As a competitor, sometimes that happens. But he learned from Vegas. I know he's going to be better for going through that, and now he's kind of got his perspective back to where it needs to be. And man, we're still dealing with 20-year old kids. I mean, they're gonna revert back to some other tendencies, and sometimes that happens, and they can beat themselves up about it, or you know what, okay, I'm gonna move forward and I'm gonna work and get better, and some of that stuff that I was kind of stacking on top of me, I'm gonna get that off of me, and he's been able to do that, and I think you'll see that, on Monday, and you'll see that moving forward through the rest of the season. And that's good for us because then you'll see the best Max Thompson that's possible. And we haven't seen that yet, uh, but it's certainly going to get closer and closer to that. And like I said, I'm excited to see him wrestle that match. I'm excited to have that guy. The kid wrestles hard. He's having a very good season. But it's time to show kind of that Max can widen the gap on guys. Even the guy that beat him, he can still widen the gap on that guy. So that's kind of what I'm looking forward to. Yep. And it was Terry, just so you know. Yeah, it was Terry. I know they're both equally ugly, so I'll probably get in trouble for that one now, huh? No, no, we didn't. I mean, that wasn't part of the conversation. It was more Kyle Klingman was there, and he's like, "Hey, let's get a picture together." Okay, let's get a picture together. There's man, I have incredible respect for Tom and Terry. I mean, they did incredible things for me, but also we're competitors now, so sometimes that gets in the way of some of the other things, unfortunately. But we can smile and laugh about it. We can get a picture together, and then we kind of go about our own ways. But I don't know. Yeah, that was unless they pulled a trick on me, that was definitely Terry. Yeah, well, I'm not in Iowa. I'll just let you know that. Yeah, no problem. Yep.